Well, hello everyone. I hope you enjoyed the beginning of this video. I got back from Helgelandsmoen, where I have been on my second health retreat for the past 4 weeks. I have gone home to Oslo for the weekends, but Wednesday we walked up to a hill or a mountain top called Gyrihaugen after driving a bit to get to that place. And it was, like a sort of a mountain road up there until we got to a parking lot. And from there, there's a military road, which has been sort of in parts blasted up the hill, and a mountaintop, or what used to be, I think it used to be like three mountaintops, in a bunch on top of this larger hill or mountain. And two of them were blasted and flattened in order to put up some military equipment, either some sort of radar station or signal amplifying or something or other. And this was a pretty big deal, and I think a lot of environmentalists were sort of taken by surprise that this was happening. This happened very quickly, and then when the military had done all of this, damage to the area, basically, they found out that this place wasn't ideal for whatever it was they were going to use it for, and they ended up abandoning it, having spent millions and destroyed, pretty substantial chunk of nature, and not least, you can't really glue the mountaintop back together. But they left the highest point as it were, I guess, which is the top of Gyrihaugen, and that is 687 meters above sea level. The height difference for the roughly 2 kilometer walk from the parking lot to the top was just shy of 170 meters. 687 meters is was I saw 2,230 odd feet. Trying to include you guys here. So anyway, I got back, like I said, on Friday, and I will be going up there again in 6 weeks' time for the last 4 weeks. I would not have been able to do that walk back in May when I started this, let alone earlier. So it was a nice experience for me. Yesterday, I went for some coffee, and then I went to my record store. Not to pick up anything, but to buy, I guess you would say. I was about a little bit of two minds what to get. I've been in a different musical mood lately, I suppose. So the records I got yesterday, did I get them because of the event, and did I get the other one in order to keep my collection going? I would say yes to both, but the first record I'm obviously very curious about. I have never heard it, and the other one I'm hoping will rekindle my love of this band. So I got my Big Dipper bag here from where I got the records. I'll also say I included some shots from Majorstua subway station because it was closed for, was it the better part of 4 months over the summer? A lot of people complaining about that, of course, to be rebuilt. So I also went and had a look at that. I must say, I'm happy it got rebuilt because it was rather tattered and worn and terrible by the end. But I couldn't really see that much of a difference apart from everything looking the same, but just looking like it was not as old. So anyway, here is the first record I bought yesterday. This is Buckingham Nicks. Now you all know the story, I would assume. Both of them met in high school. Was it 1966? Both of them, of course, musically inclined. Struck up a relationship. California, Los Angeles, San Jose, some university. Started playing together, not playing together. She working as a waitress and cleaning for a record studio, something like that. And this and that, and recording finally this record together 52 years ago. So because this came out in 1973. It was a failure, basically. I don't think anyone really took that much notice of this. And if and also there's been, you know, this little bit of a controversy over the album cover. And the photo session for this, Stevie Nicks apparently having spent $111 in 1973 to buy a nice blouse, and then being, I guess, talked into or coerced into doing this with their this nudity thing, and Buckingham being angry and saying, "Hey, it's art," and she never really being too comfortable about this. I guess the one thing that sort of softens it a little bit is knowing that she was in fact older than Buckingham. I guess she still is. And if I remember what I read correctly now, Fleetwood from Fleetwood and Mac accidentally heard the song Something Frozen through like a studio thing when he was there to do something, and then got in touch with them, and of course we know the rest, with Fleetwood Mac being completely reborn when these two joined. So that was me saying you all know the story, and then me going on about pretty much what little I know about this, but there you are. So not being officially available on CD at all, ever, until now. So maybe I should have bought the CD instead. I'm a little bit unsure about the reissue history of this on vinyl, but I mean, I've seen this here and there over the years, and it's always been either in a very sorry state or in a nice state, but you know, the price have been prohibitive, because I mean, I haven't really been that interested in this, but being part of I wouldn't say being part of the vinyl community, but being someone who's collected records, you know, the majority of my life, I've been aware of this for a long time, and of course been very curious. And I guess that curiosity is finally being satisfied. There is the hype sticker for those of you so inclined. Oh, come on. It says, the legendary debut studio album from Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, available for the first time in over 40 years, newly remastered from the analog tapes on baby blue vinyl. So we got the shrink wrap of this thing, and it was available at Big Dipper in two versions, this one and a slightly cheaper, to be honest, black vinyl, which I'm now not entirely sure that they had, because this was the only thing standing out where I grabbed it. And yeah. So we have the track listing here. Don't Let Me Down Again, Long Distance Winner, Crying in the Night, Without a Leg to Stand On, Crystal, Races Are Run, Lola, and this is the one I guess they became, the discovery was made from this song, Frozen Love. Yeah, and let's show you that gatefold. Here we are. And the color variant from the back. Quickly see if there's... Nope. And of course there is one of the extra nice Rhino releases as well of this, but not that I would have gotten that one, but I think Big Dipper was still waiting for theirs to arrive. So here is the vinyl, and baby blue indeed. So that was more or less it. I was offered one of these, and I said yes. So now I have that as well. That was fun. Thank you, Big Dipper. So the next album that I got, like I said, it completes or keeps my discography, studio album discography of this album complete. And it's our friend Adrianne Lenker and her friends in Big Thief's 6th studio album. Like I said, I have all their albums. I came across them not knowing anything about them when they released their 5th album in 2022. I was just walking into Big Dipper, same as this, and they were playing some music, and I really liked what they play, and they tend to keep the record they're playing up for display, so I went and looked for it, and it was brand new that week, so that was their previous album. They are now a trio. Max Olechenkik has left the band prior to this recording. If I understood it from her blurb that I read, they sort of went a little bit back to their roots, which sounds a little bit funny when you're thinking about Big Thief as type of music, I guess, because the band started out in New York, in Brooklyn, so they sort of went back to their old stomping grounds for this, and it was recorded live in the studio, and that's more or less what I know about it, to be honest, guys. I have listened to them a lot over a period back, sort of around, from 2022 up until way into 2023, when I very quickly got all their then studio albums. And then I guess it sort of tapered off. There's been so much music to listen to that I haven't really picked up any of their records from my collection lately, and I remember them from time to time, not least because I've been interested in maybe getting some of Lenker's solo stuff. She is very much sort of the powerhouse behind this group, I guess. But yeah, this hopefully reminds me to go and properly listen to them again. I don't know as far as hype sticker goes, there isn't any here, but they put the name of the album on this sticker because it isn't actually on the cover, and this tiny sticker which says limited edition green vinyl, And apart from that, yeah, no, I think that's about it. Think Big Dipper. No, I think they only had this. I don't think they had a black one variant. But this was, I mean, this was 100 kroner cheaper than the Buckingham Nicks one. So there we are. The cover, which appears to be a green lime surrounded by green lime apple or apple peel. Sorry if I'm taking the magic away from it. Yeah, so front and back are, as you can see, entirely the same. And the only way to see what the name of this is on the spine. Inner sleeve with lyrics and other information. So they are oh my god, they are currently Adrian Lenker, Buck Meek, and James Krichenia. Yeah, Krichenia. So there you are. Recorded at the Power Station in New York from January 15th to February 2nd, 2025. And apart from that, it's just some engineering done some other places. So, and they are still on 4AD, I think. Yeah. So let's look at the vinyl, which is indeed green and is indeed on 4AD. Yeah. Here we are. Fairly consistent look on the vinyl and the label there. And the tracks are incomprehensible. Not that the tracks are incomprehensible, that's the song title. Words, Los Angeles, All Night, All Day, and Double Infinity. That's the name of the album. And we have No Fear, Grandmother, Happy With You, and How Could I Have Known. So there we are. So guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing that stuff and the records. And once again, I forget to say this at the beginning of the video, but please click like, please subscribe, that makes me happy, and I hope to see you soon in another video. Take care guys, bye bye.